Hey, what's up? Improvement Warrior, Jason Yun, back with you again. Peyton Yun, somewhere down there. But wanted to show you how my cold thermogenesis routine changes in the, it's June 8th today, so when the weather gets warmer, how it changes. So obviously it's earlier now. I try to get it in as early as possible because that's when I can get the water the coldest, and from my ice and also from overnight when the temperature is the coldest. But basically I still do the water, 16 to 32 ounces of ice cold water, standing here in the sun because the sun won't reach over to my cold tub now. And then I got the boy here, so we got UV of 1. He's building the solar callus, and then I've got the ice cubes in here. I got the Arctic ice cubes, which work awesome. I got 3 of them. You get 2 each. So they yesterday the tub before I got in was 70 degrees, and I got it down to 62. So 8-degree swing. Usually if I do it in the afternoon, there's only like a 2 to 4 degree swing that we can get because the sun's shining directly on it and the water is warmed up. But so I get in, and yeah, and then I'll show you. So typically I stay in 15 to 20 minutes. I don't eat. Well, I didn't eat anything today, so it's hit or miss whether I eat and get in, because in the other video when I did it in the winter, I always try to eat something before. But I'm gonna get in, and then I'll show you the steps that I take after that. So I was in for 15.5 minutes. Temperature got down to about 60, 61 degrees. Unfortunately, I forgot to get the temperature before, but that's all right. Now it's just a matter of putting the ice back. So the temperature isn't really uniform because I do put one of the ice packs on my back, and then I've got a couple other ones on my legs. So it does make me shiver. I was shivering today, so that's the purpose of cold thermogenesis, to elicit a response like that. And then I gotta get all this ice. C3PO, R2D2, Yoda, they like to take baths with me as well. Then you gotta carry this stuff. So altogether it's like 45, 50 pounds. So activity throughout the day. Okay, and then I come back over to the sun. Oh, dog joined me. Right, Lucy? Lucy loves the sun. So, before my bath, UVB, vitamin D, was not out. Now it is out. I'm making 17 IU per minute at the 40th latitude. Remember, download the D-Minder app. And basically, I just stand in the sun for 5-10 minutes, then go back in, change, and then I'll set my outside office up for the day and work outside pretty much most of the day. But after you are exposed and your skin is colder, so I don't know if you can see, kind of goosebumpy on certain areas, but once you're exposed to cold, you can absorb more UV light. So UV is UV and red light are the 2 most beneficial spectrums of light in terms of our health, in terms of our mitochondria, in terms of our biology. So it's super important to get that light. There's a book, Roland Van Wyck's book, Light Shaping Life, talking about photons and everything. So I'm absorbing photons through the eye, through the skin, and all that awesome stuff that happens. Because in that book, him and Fritz Popp and a whole bunch of other countries, they did studies back in the 50s and 60s showing that all humans, all living things, plants, animals, vegetables, humans, of course, we release extreme low frequency UV light, and then we have to put that light back. Otherwise, if we just keep releasing it and we don't put it back, that's when sickness and then eventually disease, and depending on where you have the disease, premature death if you don't do anything about it. Okay? And it was proven that the more sick you are, the more UV light you release. Okay? So, and this feels awesome after a cold bath. So I've heard of some people getting in a cold bath for like 2 or 3 minutes, then getting out in the UV, and then getting back in, and then back and forth, back and forth. It's kind of like a contrast shower, where you do it as hot as you can, then as cold as you can, hot as you can, cold as you can, and you're absorbing more electrons as well. So life is always all about photons, electrons, and protons. What? Spencer's out for her vitamin D.
Actually, the vitamin D that wakes me up.
Vitamin D just showed up. You were there for UVA. You missed the zero UV. But that is my cold thermogenesis routine now that it is warmer. And yeah, so you gotta constantly be adapting based on the seasons, because if you're doing the same thing over and over again, winter,
Dad,
spring, summer, fall.
Dad, Mama said maybe I can have my camera back today.
Oh, okay. If you're doing the same thing all 4 seasons and you live in a higher latitude, you're doing it wrong. It's that simple. Yeah, and some people who are just really, really sick, you have a disease. Exposing yourself to cold, exposing yourself to the sun is absolutely vital. However, depending on where you live, that might not be enough. So sometimes you got to move. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. They've got their family there, they've got their job there, they've got everything there. But there isn't anything more important than your life. And when your health goes down, your life's going to end. It's that simple. So, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a great day. Stay strong, stay positive, be the improvement warrior. Say bye-bye, Spencer.
Bye. Guess what, Dad?
Say bye-bye, Lucy. Say bye-bye, Peyton.
Guess what?
Say bye-bye. Your belly.
5 minutes completed.